Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH, Mauricio Umansky's text threatens police action. As Bravo stars Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky deal with their public split, there are more issues plaguing the family. New reports indicate that Mauricio has sent the text message used as evidence in a court filing. What exactly happened? According to In Touch Weekly, RHOBH star Mauricio Umansky's text messages reached the inside of a courtroom. In the text, Mauricio threatened legal action in order to protect his family. His father, Eduardo Umansky's ex-girlfriend, Simon Tibidnia, submitted the text to the courts, as per In Touch. As Mauricio's father ages, his cognitive health seems to be in decline. Last year, the real estate mogul and his sister, Sharon Umansky Benton, were made conservators of their now 81-year-old father's affairs. In Touch Weekly reports that Mauricio and Sharon grew increasingly concerned that Simon Tibidnia was isolating their father. After a while, the courts granted Sharon Umansky Benton's request for a restraining order against Tibidnia. Sharon also accused her father's ex-girlfriend of elder abuse and subsequently filed for a restraining order that would protect Eduardo Umansky too. Around 10 years ago were the first signs of threats and abuse, but it was difficult to understand exactly what was happening. Around August or September 2022 was when things began to escalate. The petition for a restraining order states, as reported by In Touch, "My father started having bloody arms and bruises. She would hurt him. When he would grab her arms, she would bruise and then threaten to send him to jail for abuse. As his daughter, I am trying to protect him from living out the rest of his life under duress." Sharon continued in the paperwork. She goes on to claim that her father has early signs of dementia and is being taken advantage of Simon Tibidnia. In turn, Simon Tibidnia asserted that the Umanskys behaved aggressively toward her. On top of that, she submitted claims that Eduardo Umansky harmed her both physically and verbally. In her own filing, Tibidnia insisted that Eduardo has been calling and harassing her, which she finds very distressing. This is where Mauricio Umansky's text message came into evidence. Tibidnia's daughter Sharuz later became involved. Mauricio reached out to Sharuz and requested they stop contacting the family or they would get the police involved. "Sharuz, I am sorry to have to say this and write this text to you," that RHOBH star began. "Regarding your mom and my father, I want to remind you and her that she cannot be speaking to my father. We are aware that my father is calling her. Despite this, she is still picking up when she is not allowed to. We don't want to, but are prepared to bring this to the police if she continues. Please make sure she is aware. This is a developing situation. Keep following TV shows Ace Online for the latest Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news. Check back soon for more updates on Mauricio Umansky and Kyle Richards' family. RHOBH, Mauricio Umansky's text threatens police action. A deep dive. In the world of reality television, drama is practically a given, but sometimes it escalates into something much more serious. One such instance occurred when Mauricio Umansky, the well-known real estate mogul and husband of Kyle Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, RHOBH, sent a text that threatened police action. This unexpected turn of events has raised questions, sparking curiosity and speculation among fans, media outlets, and legal experts alike. The context of the situation. Mauricio Umansky is no stranger to the spotlight. As a successful businessman with a multi-million-dollar real estate empire, he's become a regular fixture on RHOBH. Alongside his wife Kyle, he has navigated the ups and downs of reality TV fame, with many viewers drawn to the couple's seemingly picture-perfect marriage. However, like many public figures, Umansky has faced moments of scrutiny and conflict, both on and off the camera. The specific text message in question appears to have come out of an altercation that involved personal or professional boundaries being crossed. The details surrounding the issue are murky, but sources suggest it involved an individual, possibly an acquaintance or a business associate, who allegedly violated some sort of trust or agreement. The message itself, though never fully revealed to the public, reportedly warned that the matter was so serious that legal action would follow unless the issue was resolved immediately. The mention of police action added a layer of gravity to the situation, transforming it from a petty squabble to a potential legal conflict. For Umansky, for Mauricio, this text could have served several purposes. First, it seems to have been a method of asserting control. As a businessman who navigates high-stakes deals every day, Umansky is used to handling tension with precision. The inclusion of a police threat was likely an attempt to establish a firm stance on the matter, signaling that this wasn't something that could be brushed under the rug or ignored. However, sending such a threatening message, particularly one with the mention of law enforcement, can also be seen as a sign of frustration or panic. Given the fact that he's a public figure with a high-profile family, the reality star may have felt cornered, his options limited. Faced with a conflict he couldn't resolve through normal means, he may have believed that escalating the matter to police involvement was the only way to handle it. Fans and media reactions. As soon as the text message became public knowledge, it sent shockwaves through the RHOBH fanbase and beyond. The idea of Mauricio, typically seen as charming and composed, threatening police action was completely out of character for many fans. People who had followed the Umansky family for years were left scratching their heads, trying to understand the underlying reasons for the dramatic escalation. Some fans defended Mauricio, claiming that if someone was indeed threatening his business or personal life, he had every right to take legal action. Others were skeptical, wondering whether the situation was being blown out of proportion for the sake of drama or ratings. After all, the Real Housewives franchise has often blurred the lines between reality and entertainment, and fans know that sometimes things can be exaggerated for dramatic effect. The media also seized on the incident, with headlines ranging from sensational to critical. Some outlets speculated that Mauricio may be facing legal consequences of his own, while others questioned whether the text message was a mere ploy to fuel upcoming storylines in that RHOBH series. Either way, the news cycle ensured that the Umanskys were the subject of public debate for weeks. The legal implications. The involvement of police action in a personal dispute often raises concerns about the severity of the situation. If a legitimate threat was made, or if criminal behavior was alleged, law enforcement could very well be called to investigate. However, given the nature of the Real Housewives franchise, the line between personal disputes and scripted drama often becomes hazy. Legally speaking, if Umansky's text was interpreted as an actual threat, it could have serious consequences. Threatening harm or making a false report could be grounds for criminal charges in some jurisdictions. However, it's unclear whether the text was just a strong-worded warning or a genuine threat. In the world of high-stakes business and television, things are often not as straightforward as they seem. Moreover, some legal experts have weighed in on whether Mauricio's response to the situation was proportionate. On one hand, sending a message with such a serious threat may have been a necessary step if he felt his personal or professional integrity was at risk. On the other hand, it could be seen as an overreaction, especially in a world where everything seems to be heightened for the cameras. In either case, the incident has brought to light the unique pressures that public figures like Mauricio Umansky face. As the patriarch of a wealthy and prominent family, any conflict can easily snowball, attracting unwanted attention and forcing individuals to act quickly, sometimes without fully considering the consequences. The impact on RHOBH and the Umansky family. For Kyle Richards, the situation likely caused significant personal stress. Having her husband involved in any controversy, especially one that could potentially lead to legal action, would no doubt affect her and her family. It's clear that Kyle, who is no stranger to drama herself, would have been torn between supporting her husband and managing her public image. On the flip side, this incident could potentially become a focal point for upcoming seasons of RHOBH. The show thrives on conflict, and the drama surrounding Mauricio's text could be woven into the ongoing narrative. Fans who are used to the high-octane tension of the Housewives series might be eager to see how the matter plays out, while others might feel that the real-life implications are too serious to be reduced to entertainment. In the long run, it's hard to predict how this situation will affect the Umanskys' reputation, their business dealings, or their standing within the reality TV world. However, what remains clear is that the intersection of personal drama and public personas is more complex than ever before.